They call him King Von? They call your man's King Von, so who are you?
The background for
What? Nah, King Von reincarnated, killer turned rapper. Yo. Nah, what?
this recent escalation in the gang conflict is unknown to the police.
On God, Joe,
However,
you
one
seen it? Come on.
hypothesis
They
is that
let him on.
Abdurrazak
They
Osman,
let him
who
out.
goes by
Like,
the stage name Shaki, recently released a song called Svartvit, which translates to black and white. In the lyrics, Shaki mocks the rival gang by mentioning members who have been shot. He also raps that the gang is too afraid to avenge their friends who were murdered, which can be seen as a provocation, and this specific song currently has over 1 million plays on Spotify. His biggest song to date has over 3 million plays, and every single song he's released so far talks directly about the gang conflict and dissing people that have died over the years. The police overall assessment of Shaki is that he's highly prone to violence and has a significant influence on the gang he is a part of. Shaki's lyrics provokes a rival criminal network through his lyrics.
Wait, y'all throwing y'all shit up, right?
Found in a situation.
Y'all throwing y'all shit up. Damn. Why they got my mans in fucking brown paper bags?
Provokes a rival criminal network through his lyrics, and he was recently found in a situation where weapons were present. Shaki, along with several others believed to be a part of the gang Dödspatrullen, the Death Patrol, has a tattoo that reads Guerra a Muerte, which in Spanish means war to the death. Most of the members of the gang also have the letters SK tattooed on their hands, which stands for Shotas Killer. Shotas is the name of the rival gang which rappers Yasin and JB belong to.
That was the one that got
Shaki
stripped, right? Oh, one of them got stripped, right?
20
it was having mean a face and shit.
3 years old, and he is already a convicted murderer. When the rapper
you were telling me about this.
16 years old, he walked into a local pizzeria in the neighborhood and shot and killed a local gang member. Everything was caught on CCTV.
So who's on your side that be rapping?
Shaki's own rap lyrics, the 24-year-old man, Papes, was also carrying a weapon, but Shaki was faster on the draw. He shot Papes 2 times, 1 time in the throat and 1 time in the head. Shaki's DNA was later found on the murder weapon when it was recovered during another unrelated case. Shaki was born in 2001. Since he was only 16 years old when he committed the murder, according to the laws in Sweden at that time, he was a juvenile and only received a sentence of 3 years youth care. During his incarceration, he also managed to escape. In July 2020, he was out on a supervised trip into the free world with 2 guards, when 2 people, 2 young men armed, ran and grabbed Shaki, then left the scene in a taxi. Shaki was on the run for over 6 months before he was arrested again in January 2021. Shaki was in his old neighborhood in Hjulsta in western Stockholm and was detained, then arrested in an unrelated police bust. Barely 6 months before he committed the murder, the 16-year-old had started an introductory program at a high school in southern Stockholm. School staff reported that his attendance plummeted, and he essentially only came to school to eat lunch. Instead, according to the police, he sold drugs in the Rinkeby neighborhood for the criminal network Dödspatrullen, the Death Patrol. Within these gangs, a system has developed where young boys are used for drug and weapon handling, or even murder. Shaki moved up from drug dealing and was given the murder assignment, according to the police. In police questioning, Shaki stated that on the day of the murder after school, he went to the Rinkeby Mall to chill with the guys. We didn't hear any shots or anything, but people started screaming. We went outside and saw that he was dead. Or I don't know if he was dead, but he had been shot in the head. Neither the police nor the district court believed him, and Abdurrazak Osman was convicted of the murder. Police investigation and court ruling determined that the murder was carried out as a part of the gang war in Rinkeby between the groups Shotas and Dödspatrullen. The strategy of having young men carry out violent acts is well known to the police and prosecutors. In criminal circles, a phrase often heard is taking 4 to become 100.
Yes, Roger,
this means serving a sentence of 4 years in secure youth care to prove loyalty and coming home a certified gangster. At the time of the shooting, Shaki already had 2 prior convictions. In 2017, he brought large fireworks to the Rinkeby High School and fired it among students on the playground.
What the fuck?
He was convicted of reckless endangerment and sentenced to damages and daily fines. In 2018, he was convicted of attempted aggravated theft and minor drug offenses.
Whole rap sheet. Damn.
Along with 2 others, he had tried to break into an apartment but was caught at the scene. He was sentenced to youth care. At the beginning of 2023, Shaki had served his sentence for the murder and was released. During the summer of 2023, Shaki was repeatedly stopped by the police around the Rinkeby High School in the Rinkeby neighborhood, along with other members of the Dödspatrullen gang and local youths from Rinkeby. During several of these stops, drugs were found on or around the youths hanging out with the gang.
We got one home, bro.
3 different occasions, weapons were found when the police arrived at the school.
Everybody free.
The police assessment of all these incidents is that the youths were storing drugs and weapons for the criminal network. At the end of May 2024, Shaki was arrested in the Hjulsta area along with 6 members of Dödspatrullen for serious weapons offenses. Shaki was subsequently pepper sprayed, then detained and jailed for the incident. While he has since been released, the suspicion against him remains, and several other members of the gang have been charged with serious weapons and drug offenses. The day before this incident, several individuals from the rival gang in the Tensta area were arrested and detained for serious weapons offenses. All those arrested are a part of a criminal network that controls the drug market in Tensta and has historically been in an armed conflict with the network Shaki is involved in. The police overall assessment from these 2 incidents is that both networks possessed weapons with the intent to use them against each other. Based on this, the police fear that there is a highly likelihood of imminent violent acts between the 2 gangs. After his release from prison, he started a rap. One Cuz is a very popular and famous masked rapper from the Hässelby Gård neighborhood in Stockholm. He has very close ties to the local gang there, and the Dödspatrullen gang appear to have been affiliated with the Hässelby Gård gang for some time. Shaki made an appearance in One Cuz music video for the song Paranoia. In the music video, One Cuz and Shaki pointed to and posed outside of the pizzeria where Shaki killed a rival gang member years earlier. A clear diss and provocation from their side. Shaki just released a music video for his song Poängplockarna, which translates to The Point Scorers, implicating that they have stripes and take lives. In the song and video, he reenacts a real-life event in Hjulsta. Shaki's fellow gang member, known as 60, real name Mushin Hussein, was being ambushed at his apartment complex by at least 3 rival gang members. 60 shot back and hit 2 of the men in the head. One of them, with the nickname Alpo, died, and the other young man, nicknamed Svensken. In the song and video, he reenacts a real-life event in Hjulsta. Shaki's fellow gang member, known as 60, real name Mushin Hussein, was being ambushed at his apartment complex by at least 3 rival gang members. 60 shot back and hit 2 of the men in the head. One of them, with the nickname Alpo.
So motherfuckers trying to score? And bro seen him out? Yo, and then just, nah. Get his ass some aim. Nah, he got aim by, bro. Nah, what? He's 2 of them that's dead?
Ambushed at his apartment complex.
He killed both of them, or they survived?
3 rival gang members. 60 shot back and hit 2 of the men in the head. One of them, with the nickname Alpo, died. The other young man, nicknamed Svensken, the Swede, was also hit, and the bullet passed through his head, but he miraculously survived. Mushin, 60 Hussein, and fellow gang member Fishy was sentenced for double murder, 2 separate events, and attempted murder. 60 was also the lead suspect for at least 3 other homicides. Both 60 and Fishy were sentenced to 13 years and 10 months in prison. 60 and Fishy was sentenced to 13 years and 10 months.
13 and 10?
In prison.
How the fuck do motherfuckers throw a 16-year-old in for 3 years off of murder, and then when motherfuckers play self-defense for 2 bodies? That's good. 13 for 2 bodies is kind of crazy. But still, it's like, bro.
Both 60 and Fishy were sentenced to 13 years and 10 months in prison. Chucky is also a suspect in the murder of former fellow gang member ller. ller was a former Dödspatrullen gang member turned rapper. He was with famous superstar rapper Einar when he was shot and killed on October 21st, 2021. ller was a formal suspect of lining up and leading the shooters directly to Einar. ller was shot dead in a parking lot in his own neighborhood, Rinkeby, outside his mother's house on Christmas Day 2022.
Christmas Day?
Where Chucky comes into the picture is that ller did an interview that came out after Einar's murder, where some believe some disrespectful remarks were made by ller about Chucky.
Wait, the dude got lined. He was on y'all's team, right? Like, I ain't trying to treat this shit like basketball, but and then dude right here, I thought he was playing for y'all, and he's the one that lined it up. Nah. So they just have all the rappers on the other side. Nah.
Respectful remarks were made by ller about Chucky. Chucky put up a story on his Instagram just saying, "Don't try to little bro me when you don't have any bodies."
Damn.
What do you think about Chucky's new rap career?
You still repping us? Oh. Okay. Okay, that's why he got killed in the neighborhood type shit. So how deep is it out there? Because I see it's only like 5, 6 of y'all. I'm not saying that's like everybody. Obviously, motherfuckers locked up and, but confused. Niggas deep. Why are you saying that? It's weird. All these look like civilians. Don't the looks fool you? I mean, that's good. You shouldn't want to be like super deep because, some motherfuckers get scored on, they get picked off, they switch, get in that room, don't hold it down. It's a good ass video though, because I actually understood it somewhat.